why would we have dinosaurs on the Ark? So if we want to think about Noah's Ark the way that Jesus thought about Noah's Ark, and if we want to read God's word consistently, then it makes perfect sense that dinosaurs were made on day 6. They would have been required on board the Ark, and that's why we have them on the Ark. Well, were they alive at the time the flood started? Well, where do we find their fossils? We find them buried in rock layers that were laid down by water, these sedimentary layers that are found all around the globe. And from our understanding, those were laid down by the flood of Noah's day, meaning that those dinosaurs were alive when the flood started, which would mean that you'd have to have representatives of those kinds on board the Ark. We have in our minds that there are so many different species that he has to bring. No, Noah just needs to bring the kinds of dinosaurs. So even though you have several types of tyrannosaurs, you have several types of sauropods, it doesn't mean he has to bring 2 of every single species. Many of those belong to the same kind, and he just needs 2 members of that kind, and they can be the juveniles. So is there any evidence that dinosaurs lived after the flood? Well, I think the best evidence we can point to is found in the book of Job, chapter 40. There is a creature called the behemoth that God talks to Job about, and he starts asking him all sorts of questions. And when you look at the description of that creature, there's only one creature that we know of that fits that description, and that is the sauropod dinosaur. So if you have questions like this, there are answers. In fact, you can find a lot of those on our website, answersingenesis.org, or you can come down here and see this in person. Come to the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky.